Hello, everybody. We are live, and it's another Friday. And Allison and I have a haunted location she came across that she wanted to read on tonight. And but before we get started, I think there's somebody knocking at our door. I wonder who it is. It's
It's a big hand.
Karen. It's a big Care
Hi.
Bear.
Hi.
Hi, honey. So,
Hi.
everybody, Karen is joining us this evening because during Bobby's show today that she did
Hi.
with him and through the cards. Um, the no, you be quiet. You get out of here. She again mentioned how much she likes the paranormal
Hold up.
readings. And I said, "Are you free tonight? We're doing a paranormal reading." She's like, "Yay!" So, Karen is joining us. So, welcome, my dear. Oh, she's got herself on mute because of her little ones. She's trying to get them settled in for bed. So, let's say hi to a few people. Timothy, you have been blowing up my chat, my friend. Um, wow, you're very talkative tonight, my dear. So, I had to remove some of your comments, my dear. No offense. So let me just back up here. Ange let us know in the beginning that she would be able to join us. It's actually here we go. I was able to locate it. So Ange is out celebrating her son's 18th birthday. So have a wonderful time, Ange. And yes, Timothy is here. Okay, so Nancy is here. And Judith has, oh, excuse me. Hello, Judith. I'm burping a little bit. Sorry, I'm enjoying, oh my goodness, my coffee. I found a peppermint mocha for my coffee, and it's just absolutely to die for. So that's my treat for this evening. And Garnet is here. Hello, Garnet. Oh, I always love when you say that, when you type that in there. And all righty. So yes, I will have to pick him up in a moment, everybody, or he's not going to stop. And yes, today is a super moon. It's the full moon. And I think Allison said it was in Taurus, so it is definitely a full moon tonight. Um, all righty. And yep, positive surprises. Our Karen will be back. She's telling everybody knows who may not know Karen. She's got two little twins and a boy. So she's trying to get them settled in for the evening. And Chris is here. Hello, Chris.
Hi. Sorry.
Um, oh, you are fine. And yes, y'all better give the moon a good howl and gratitude tonight. Yes, yes, yes.
Of course, the Beaver
And
Moon. What a funny name, right?
Tim is listening to Wayne Chun. Love the 80s. So jumping
Hey,
ahead.
Tom.
Okay, so just hang
Dina.
on. Oh boy, Tim. Woo.
Ooh, we
Okay.
got Miss D.
So we got Teresa Hadarian. Dina is here. Trying not to miss anybody. Our chat is jumping here. And Tom is here. Hello, all. I will not be controversial tonight. I don't know, Tom. Can you really promise us that?
I don't know, man. There's a full moon. I don't know if I
I
believe
know.
that.
And Miss Tarot D, mwah, mwah.
Hi, Miss
Kisses to you,
Terody.
my dear. JR. Oh, wow. Hello, JR. It's been a while. And let's see. Oh, my goodness. Everyone's saying hello.
I'm laughing at
Uh,
Mrs. D's comment.
and Tom says, hello, Miss Tarot D does a coy wave. Okay. Miss Tarot D, Karen, Allison was just telling everyone that you had to go put the children in the basement while you were on. Oh, Miss Tarot D. Oh, she's so funny. We love her. Hello, Kristen.
I don't think I could do that to a child, especially.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
I know we're playing here, but yeah, but seriously though, like think how scary basements are, right?
What? All righty. So I have to pick him up or he's not going to be quiet, y'all. So hold on a second. Okay. All righty. Oh, goodness gracious. He weighs a ton now. So there we go. Everybody gets to see you. Yeah.
You picking the cards tonight?
You're gaining attention. No, because he's going to pull everything off. So there we go. There's Auntie Allyson. There's Auntie Karen saying hello to everybody and chatting now. You got to go down. Go see Daddy now. All righty. Good boy. Okay, that out of the way, everybody. And Karen, you are a wonderful mother. And I know you have the CPS court reports to prove that. Everyone's got to remember today was treatment day for Miss Tarot D, so she likes to be extra funny.
Oh,
so
hilarious.
Yes.
Hey, Heather.
We love
Can
you.
you line us up so that we're all next to each other and bigger?
I was going to, let's see, are we good?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know
Is that okay with you guys? I'd much prefer that when there's three. It's just better.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know how Karen felt with that, up close. So, no, this is fine.
Nothing to hide here.
Oh, yeah, I guess it can be. It depends on where your camera is.
I am what I am.
I can't move mine anyway.
I'm okay. I'm good.
Okay.
So, Karen,
I'm easy
for
going.
some people who are in chat that are new that usually I haven't seen in a while, like JR, and a few others, and there's Bobby. And Karen did a wonderful in the cards with Bobby today, so be sure to check that out.
It was fabulous.
They chatted for about 2.5 hours. So
it felt like having coffee with a really good friend.
It was.
Yeah, I enjoyed that so much.
And there's Janet.
I miss everything now. I don't see any YouTube.
Because you're busy, girl. You work.
Yeah.
You got your
of course I work, but I'm busy.
But you come in and you support and say hi.
Yes.
Oh, I do. I'll hear about certain things.
I'm turning my volume off.
I'm fine with it, but I'll hear about something. I'll be like, oh, I would have liked to have watched it.
Oh, right. Can't watch them all, right?
And I'll
do
too replay too, but I prefer watching stuff live, but whatever.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
And Miss Tarot D says, I love Karen. She's an amazing mother and a dear friend to me. So chatters, please understand I joke with Karen. Yes, Miss Tarot D, we all know.
We know.
We know.
So you show love.
a little bit about yourself. This is the first time you've met Allyson, and there's some people in chat that may not know you that are new, so who watch on playback. So you want to give us the little deets.
I still feel like I've done something with you, but I'll take your word for it. I guess because I've seen you so much, I don't know, but anyways, whatever.
Yeah, I know. Maybe there could be though, because I have mom brain, so that's number one thing.
I don't know, but it's probably just because I've seen you so much that, whatever.
They're protesting that. They're probably fighting with each other.
It's a full moon too. Let's hold some grace for the girls because I remember when my son was little, and seriously, full moon, not necessarily gonna not right off. Very energizing and
yeah. Well, I just do my little channel thing, Care Bear with cards, and I love to do pet reads and pop-ups and deck flip throughs and study astrology, finishing up a class with that. And
the poet.
Yes, poetry. Yep.
Amazing poet.
Yes,
that's where you might have seen her too, Allyson.
A little singing here and there.
Poetry with Jeff and I on Sunday night. She was a regular guest. So
I see her with all y'all. So but like I said, I feel like I had engaged with her, but I guess not. Are you studying tropical?
Yes.
Astrology? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I don't even know how to pronounce half of it.
I think they're all valid. It's just
in their different ways. Yeah, they are.
Yep.
And yes, there's more to Karen than meets the eye. You are right, sir. And Majestic Oracle has joined us. Jay is here. Hello, Jay. And Valerie, you look new to me. Everyone from Australia love Allison's hairstyle. I know she brought it tonight. She's cute.
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Yeah, I love it like that.
Let's see. And Bobby, hello, my handsome man. I think I saw her that you had a challenging call. So if that's true, lots of love to you, Bobby. Lots of love. And
absolutely.
All righty. So, Allyson, you want to take it away? Oh, and Spiritual Rain is here. Hi,
Yes.
Rain. Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
girl. Hey.
Hi, Rain.
For us. Oh, wow.
Hey,
Oh my
girl,
goodness. All righty. And Ellen R. Okay. Go for
thanks,
it, Allyson.
JR. That was my
Well, actually, I do have an announcement. No, I'm not getting married. Not yet. So
wow, her say not yet.
I feel like I need some popcorn. Yeah.
So, and this is not a big deal, but I mean, I do this every year, but I just booked I had my son do it. We did it together on the phone, but just booked my son's flight home for Christmas. So very excited about that. Those of you that know, my son is out of state at college. And so I miss him dearly. And it's always nice when Christmas time, because he comes home for about a month. He's going to be here like, I think it's 26 days. So it's pretty close to a month. So we're really excited about that. And then usually we talk about we did this week, and work was about the same. And I think that's really the most exciting thing that happened. Yeah, I guess it was about the most exciting thing. Anyway, so to this evening, those of you that were here last week, you may have heard me talking about, I had a ghost stories book that's local to where I live, and I was gonna study through it, which I did, and decided that the book was trash. I didn't find anything, and I do not take it lightly to call it trash. It is trash. It was I was surprised that anybody published it. It's terrible.
I've seen ones like that.
As someone that has ADD, I can most definitely, without being a doctor, say that the woman that wrote this book has ADD, and she managed to write her ADD into the book. Horrifying, just absolutely, just anyway. So I'll just leave it at that. The stories were just and the way it was written, it was horrible. I still tried to salvage some information out of it, and then I finally I didn't have the patience. Not this week. I was like, nope, not going to happen. So I started looking around online for something I had played a while back, couldn't find it. And while I was doing that, I stumbled upon a very small video that struck me. And it's out of Ohio, this haunting. I'm in Michigan, very, very, very close to Ohio. I'm right at the bottom of Michigan. Anyways, it was a very short video, but it got very much to the point. Yes. And gave some details. There's a very, very small channel, tiny little channel, called Abstract Ohio, and it's not like a paranormal channel at all. They do things about Ohio, and they decided to make a video and visit, with permission, a school that's it's now closed just in the last couple of years, but a elementary school that's been known or believed to have been haunted. I watched the video several times, and I took some notes and this and that, and I told Heather about it. And she had, has more time on her hands than me. And thankfully she did a little bit more research. So she'll probably have some things that she can add that I haven't even heard yet, which should be nice. Maybe, maybe not, but I'm assuming so.
Kristen Anyways,
what's that?
Kristen Louise says she's in Ohio, so she's going to have to look this place up.
Okay. But anyways, so it's called Rockway School. It's an elementary school. Again, it's now closed. It's in what is now considered Springfield, Ohio. So anyways, do you have the year that it was? Because they didn't say it in the video. Again, I only watched the one video. Did they say the year, or did you find the year that it was established? Okay.
No.
It's not really known what took place there. In fact, there's just several theories. There's no true factual information according to the person. Let me say that again. According to the person that did the video that I watched, I only watched the one video, there's no facts known about the hauntings. There's several theories. And there's just a little bit of information of what has been noticed or said over the years, and I just found it intriguing. I love schoolhouses. Admittedly, I have a thing for schoolhouses, and also I'm fairly close to Ohio, and I just loved that there was this little tiny channel that did this little video, and I loved that he got right to the point. I love it when people just get in there and just the facts and whatever, and that's what this video was. So if you guys want to find it, you can. Abstract Ohio is the channel if you want to watch it later. Again, it's literally like just under 6 minutes, I believe, the video. It's very short.
Short and sweet. Yeah.
But anyways,
I did have, Allyson, really quick, I did find when they opened. It was established in 1959 and expanded in 1970 and 1995.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So not really that long. That's like 75 years at most.
Yeah.
So I personally, and I'll get into why and all this, I think that it's the land. I don't necessarily think that it's the building, but we'll find out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
it would
anyways,
be
there's several
interesting.
Theories.
Sorry.
That's okay. What did you say, honey?
It would be interesting to look at the records and see about what happened in the building when that happened.
Oh yeah, and I would love to.
I'm going to let you say what it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Found this at about 5 a.m. this morning while I was sitting there having my coffee before work, and I only saw the 5-minute video, and I watched it and I watched it again, and I texted Heather, like it wasn't even 6 a.m. I don't think when I texted her, and because we're friends and I can do that, and I just was like, what about this? This is intriguing. Love this. Super cute. Let me know what you think.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And so, but
we'll
anyway,
have to look later.
So this is the information. Again, there's not very much, and I have several questions that I'd love for us to read on. So I'll say what I have to say, and then Heather, whatever you found, if you want to add to that, and it sounds like Karen, you might have even heard a couple things. So. Several theories. I'm just doing them in order that they were mentioned in the video, not necessarily the way I feel about it. But so there's a theory that a young boy, a student, started a fire in the building and died. That doesn't even feel true to me. Maybe it is. I don't know. But like, I just was kind of like, I don't know, maybe. The teachers, some of the teachers and probably the students as well, have smelled smoke when there is no smoke in the building. Kids will, would, again, it's not open any longer, would come in the mornings, like after the weekend or whatever the next day, and then their lockers would be open and they didn't leave them open. There's a custodian, a female custodian that's usually there at nighttime, or was usually there at nighttime. Who has many stories, which makes sense because she would be there in the evening a lot more than other people would. And she would hear her name called. She also heard what she described as like bad orchestra music, which could be like a, which I think is so cute.
I thought that was funny.
Obviously, anybody that's heard elementary school music performances, they're usually very endearing and cute, but not necessarily very good. And so that's probably what she was hearing. And then strange noises as the lights would go on, which I thought was interesting. But those are some things that the custodian was hearing, and just, staff and that kind of thing. So the school is it's very close to where there was the Shawnee
Pequot.
village of Pequot once stood. It was attacked and fully destroyed by U.S. soldiers, August 8th, 1780. And then most people have heard of Tecumseh. What?
Sorry, I thought I didn't know I said that out loud. I was thinking August 8th, 8/8.
Oh. Tecumseh was a Shawnee warrior chief. He grew up in that area. And he died in a battle of 1812, but his body was returned to that area, and there was a huge ceremony that was done, and they burned his body and for days until there was nothing left and whatever. So again, that's a very like sacred ground type area to those indigenous peoples. I'm feeling really drawn to that.
They say it was in the hill behind the school.
Yeah. I mean, the energy of this man has got to be so saturated and concentrated and just gorgeous, in my opinion. And of course, I'm biased, want it to be that, but that doesn't mean that that's what that is. Let's see. His actual burial location is not known, but you know, it's that area. Couple other theories that it's an ancient Indian burial ground. Well, yeah,
most places are.
It would be anyway. Most everywhere, right, is, or a lot of places are, and or an ancient battleground. So what did I write? So anyways, so the guy that did this video, while he was investigating, and he didn't say, but I'm pretty sure it's his partner, his wife. They didn't hear anything when they were actually doing it, when they were actually doing the investigation. And then when they watched their video and stuff on playback, they picked up on several things, which I thought was so cool on their videos. But again, in live person, I mean, they were kind of freaked out, just scared and skittish, but they didn't actually hear anything until they were, you know, safely back home and replaying everything. They heard some doors slamming. They heard a voice, and you can hear it. They play it on the video if you want to go back. It's a very small little snippet, but in it, the voice says either "I'm watching you" or "watching," or all I could make out was the word "watching."
I heard "who's watching." I heard
who's watching. Playback. So, Karen, did you hear it, honey?
I heard a voice. Yeah.
I could definitely make out the word "watching," but I didn't get anything else. But I get it. I mean, they've had several. It probably depends on the audio that you're using. They heard a couple slams. They heard some strange noise they couldn't make out, and then at the end he says there's some other things that they noticed that they couldn't share. So I don't know what
I know what that would be. I'm not at liberty
don't
to say.
Do that. I hate the dangling carrot. I can't stand that.
Mine's like, what could they possibly not share?
That. You know, she was like, what
is that?
Naughty.
No,
I'm just messing.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. But that's basically that's all that I gathered. Again, I only watched the video. Heather, do you have anything else, honey?
That is pretty much I'm looking here. There were the lights coming on in the classroom by itself, the door slamming. I clearly heard who's watching.
But nothing else like part. About the land or about the school or the fire.
That was all I found. Actually, before though we move forward, Jay has heard about this place. I think she may have investigated. She goes, "It's not true about the boy setting the fire and dying in the fire." But I'm interested why they smell. I'm wondering why they smell.
So the fire because they burned his bones and his body for days and days and days.
That's probably where it's coming from. There you go. Well, everybody, thanks for coming tonight. We appreciate it. we solved it without having to pull any cards. But,
there's a church right across from the school because I put it on Google Maps just to look at it. Right. And then I accidentally spun my finger around and I looked and I could see like a little church, like little white little church. And when I say little, it's pretty small, right across the road from it.
County Education Board. Yep. Real estate would have knowledge, so most definitely.
Yeah, I would have to check
these out the way I like to do over the weekend. But again, I found this morning before work and I was just like, yeah, let's read on it.
Sure.
So I had several questions, nothing too crazy.
Dina says, it's like psychic Blue's Clues.
Right?
And we have blue right here. So There we go. Well, except for me, I'm the one in black. I had to be the out.
There was no meeting.
Yeah, there wasn't a meeting.
And I do have something else that happened this week.
What?
My God.
You got another deck.
I had to get the Deviant Moon. I had to, and this one I bought. My man's has bought me so many decks. But I haven't gotten a deck in a while, and I saw it. And Karen, wasn't it you? It was you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's been on my deck list for I don't even know how long, and then it wasn't on there because I have this list, and every once in a while, it's a very short, exclusive list because I'm not drawn to a lot. I'm admittedly, very, very, very critical of decks.
That's wonderful.
And the price range. It's like, and I don't deviate from it at all. And anyways, I saw you using it like about a week ago or so, and I'm like, oh, that Deviant Moon. And then I went on and I looked at it. I got it on Amazon for like $20. I was like,
sweet.
Yeah, no brainer. And I needed a couple things for me.
Great.
I don't order from Amazon very much because I just try not to participate in Amazon, but I will, from time to time. And so I got the free shipping and all that and whatever. So yeah, I only paid $20 for it. So I'm very happy with it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the borderless.
That's one
I can't stand borders. Part of the reason I love this deck is because it's borderless. It's US Games and Los Scarabeo. Those are my two favorite card companies because I love, love, love their card stock. Love it. Favorite, hands down. I don't like a thick card. I know a lot of people do. I can't stand it. It's got to be very thin, very flexible, very easy to shuffle because I bridge shuffle. And one other thing I'll say about this, for anybody that gives a rip, it's slightly bigger than standard like rider weight. It might be a pinch narrower, but it's definitely longer. Not dramatically. I'll resist the temptation to be a nerd and measure it right now because my ruler stuff is right behind me. I'm a quilter. I'm not going to measure it. But that's basically what's going on. The artwork is absolutely either you love it or you hate it. I think it's super cool. And it's very, very, very appropriate for the full moon.
Absolutely.
It's very, what's the word? Lunatic. It's called the Deviant Moon, but it's definitely got, I'm going to use the word a lot of people don't like. It's just got like it's a little crazy. It's a little lunacy for sure. It's just very cool. I absolutely love it. I think it's very cool.
It's a beautiful deck.
Okay.
He said it's a lovely deck, and he says,
I'm excited for you.
Measure it.
Do it. It is, Gerald. I'll do it just because you said to do it. It is 2 5/8. It's 2 5/8 by 5 1/8.
Yep, Picasso, Paul and Tim Burton art style. Yep.
Absolutely. Oh, it's so. Some of them are just like I think it's the Ace of Wands. Oh my God.
It's genius.
Oh, it's right here. Isn't that hilarious? It was the third card. Look at this Ace of Wands.
You're right. I love that. I think it's fabulous.
Look at her little baby bean.
Yes. That's what I always focus into, the little baby bean.
Oh my God.
I love it.
So stinking cute, right? And look at her head. She's a moon.
And the King of Wands has all the kids like around his feet and stuff too. Yeah. It's got some really nice touches.
Like a lot of people would look, like a couple of them are kind of creepy, weird, maybe more than a couple, but when you really look at them, they're actually quite happy.
I thought it was kind of a creepy deck.
They're all happy. Maybe not all, most of them.
Yeah.
I really like it a lot. And I usually don't like a lot of color. It's just very, very, very cool.
I love his vision. Yeah.
And look at this Nine of Wands, and then I'll stop. Look at the little, I can't remember, what are these masks called? This is when they had like the plague and
the Black Plague.
Yeah, the plague mask. Yeah.
Are you going to do a flip through of that on your channel?
What's that?
Are you going to do a flip through?
Yeah.
On your channel? No. She's like, no.
I really doubt it.
And Gerald says he has
eventually. I've got
of it.
some really good decks that I've not done flip throughs for, and I got to do those justice before I would do a flip through for this.
The one that Anne's got me.
And Tom says, I am not a fan of Deviant Moon because of the garish colors. Now, I like the colors, but it's kind of creepy for me. But, you know,
it's a beautiful deck. The colors, actually, I think the colors are great.
I love it. It doesn't bother me.
I love the color palette. I really do. The red is gorgeous. Actually, there's 2 reds that are used, and the browns, and I think it's beautiful. I really like it a lot.
I have the book too.
It did, Gerald. It came with a little tiny book, and it's got a little tuck box, which I am perfectly fine with. I know a lot of people don't like it. I prefer it because I don't give a rip about the box. I like the box to be little and concise because I don't like to take up a bunch of space. And it's another way for me to whittle down which decks I'm buying.
And Tom says he likes his other decks, though, and I think your Zimmer Twins is the one that Tom likes. And Miss Tarot D, that's the one with the Harlot card. So,
yes, the Oracle, yeah.
And it's so different, the artwork on both the decks. I was surprised to find out it was the same, same artist.
I'll need to look because, and I don't even know if I would or not. I just like this deck.
It reads really well, in my opinion.
Yeah,
for me.
I'm excited, and I'm going to use it tonight. And normally I wouldn't do that. All I've done is cleared the deck. I will leave it out tonight. So I haven't really even connected with it yet. But I was like, I'm using it anyway. I don't care. I really, really, really like it.
Maybe that could be good. Maybe that could be good for channeling.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
And Miss Tarot D said, just added it to my Christmas wish list. And Gerald said the Deviant Moon mini version just came out this past month.
Oh, nice. It's funny, Miss Tarot D, this was supposed to be for part of my Christmas, that it came in the mail today. And I was like,
let's see. Tom says,
yesterday, I was like, fuck it, I'm opening it.
Triunfi della Luna, or maybe the new Gallery of Hallucinations.
Sounds good enough. It's Triunfi, yeah.
Yeah, the kind of deck one would expect to see in the Twilight Zone. Definitely, Tim. And
it's
yes,
so cool.
Perfect for your tiny hands, Gerald. So there you should have no problem with your pocket size.
I love the fact, I know I already said this, but I'm going to say it again, that it has no borders.
Yes. I made sure to get the borderless. Yeah.
I just, like I was saying, the La Santa Muerte is such a beautiful, beautiful deck, and it has, actually, it's got weird borders. It's like half borders on the bottom and then not on the top, or maybe it's the other way around. And it just turns me off. And I love the artwork. I love that deck. I have the pocket size, which has like a full regular border. And anyways, I digress. It's just a bummer.
The pictures flow together better,
especially when the borders are white.
Oh yeah,
it's like
it's tougher.
Why? It's like doesn't even.
Nobody likes borders. Yeah,
I know borders are they're just ugly, and again, I shouldn't say that. To me, they are. I just do not care for borders, and it just takes away from the art. It's like I want more art.
Touché.
Who cares about the border? It's not a framed picture. What do you need a border for?
Yeah.
Oh, there's mine. Okay. I was like, where's my Deviant Moon? That's why I was like looking around. It was blending in over here.
So I brought out my Ghost Tarot, but I'm still getting used to the Ghost Tarot because they kind of write I mean, I understand the traditional for the tarot, but they add a little something else to the images. So I might pull that out, but I do have my Ethereal tarot, and I have my Hush. I mean, I think my Hush is kind of like becoming my soul deck right now. I always go for my Hush.
And eventually we'll have that one too. Yeah.
So what one are you got tonight, Karen? Which one decks are you going to use?
Well, when Allyson said the Deviant Moon, I'm gonna have this on the side because it's a trusty deck for me. But I thought to myself, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to pull out the Beetlejuice deck that
got the
Ange sent
Beetlejuice
me.
deck.
Yes. So.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a Beetlejuice deck.
Yeah. I don't have like.
Can you show a couple
the
of
best.
them?
Let me find like a good one.
I'm going to put Karen on the big screen so we can see the. There you go.
Let me find like the really good ones
so
here.
You know, when you look back up, you're just going to see.
But the art is actually like really good, I think.
Is it from a story Beetlejuice or actually the movie? Okay,
the
it is
movie. Yeah,
okay.
The movie. Oh, I like the world. Look, the port. You know, like going through the door there.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. This is so dramatic. That's what's her face? Catherine O'Hara, is it? The actress. The Seven of Wands.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
This is
the
genius.
Mom.
Like with the
yes.
That's genius.
I haven't seen Beetlejuice in ages, but I do remember it.
Yeah. I know Ange said that she saw the sequel and she said it was awful. I've heard people say it was good. I've heard people say it was awful. So
I usually don't like sequels. I like originals.
Oh, Miss Carol D said
this definitely gives you the feel of waiting.
Oh yes, the ticker tape. Yes, hilarious. I loved it when what was that woman's name? The one that played the gatekeeper, or not the gatekeeper, but the that little tiny woman. You know who I mean?
Oh, the social worker, right?
Yes, the social worker.
I don't know her name, but I know exactly who you're talking about. Ooh, Heather.
Oh, she's dead now. She was old then. Yeah, we did the snake. That's hilarious.
Karen, I love you.
I love you too. Oh, look at this Three of Swords.
I love you.
Yeah,
that's perfect. It's genius. I enjoy it. So.
Yes.
But I'm getting to know it. I haven't had it long. So I'm excited. Oh, and then I have my
it's got the grandpa card.
Sassy Burrito. Sassa Burrito.
I love the cover art, but I didn't really resonate with the deck.
Hey, I just thought I'd share it because like it just had the nice. Just want to have, the Queen of Pentacles here. Here, I'll do that for you. But
it just had Pentacles are the bunnies. Oh, Allyson, you like bunnies. Look at that.
Oh, I really love that one. It's one of my favorites. But I just love the colors,
Mm-hmm.
And I thought of you because you're always just like all the white.
I like it with dark all the
background.
White borders and stuff. Drives me nuts.
All right.
So,
all right. So what I thought we'd start with is there's a couple things I want to know. So we'll pick which order, but I want to know, are there multiple things going on on this land? Or is it one, you know what I mean? Is multiple paranormal things going on? Are there multiple things happening on this land? And then is it the land or the structure? I'm sure it's the land. But the first thing I just want to know is, are there multiple things?
Okay.
Or however you want to word it with your cards. Are there multiple things taking place there? Or is it, do you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, what are like the energies that are going on at the land?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me mute.
I'm going to mute too.
Okay. I'm going to keep going, but can you hear me? Wow. Oh yeah, bear with me, you guys, because I don't know this deck yet. What a fun deck! I'm gonna love this deck. I can already tell. Anyways, I think it's yeah, that is pretty cool. I think it's Tecumseh. I got the Ace of Cups and I got the Queen of Wands, but look at this Queen of Wands. Can you guys hear me?
Oh,
okay. You guys are just muted. Oh God, and now
well,
my
because I've been
dog's gonna make a
shuffling,
noise.
so I didn't want to interrupt. Yeah.
So for me, yeah. So this is about the love of the land. This is him, I believe. I'm gonna do some more cards because I don't usually just read a couple cards. It's a spread, but I'm reading this. I'm getting this very strong. This Ace of Cups is for the love of this land. Ace is for me as a yes card because I was thinking of him. And although this is a queen, doesn't matter. This looks like a warrior to me. And again, I'm going with a little bit of imagery, which I've started doing recently. That is not my jam, but I've been getting it a little bit. He's at least part of it. And then I got the Six of Cups that comes out with it. To me, this is like his people that were around him. So it's probably him, but it's also in a burial ground is what I'm going to make of that. But I'm going to keep pulling. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that.
This is interesting. So for me, I got the Nine of Pentacles clarified by the Hanged Man. So the Nine of Pentacles, the independence, bounty. Because I asked specifically for the energies of the land. And it's interesting. I got 9, so I'm wondering if this is representing 9 different influences on the land between the battles, between Tecumseh being there, and between them being lifted up. It feels like there's like I'm feeling.
Did you say 9 of Pentacles?
I got 9 of Pentacles. So I'm feeling like there might be like maybe 9 different, because I asked how many different like energies, what energies of the land, and I got 9 of Pentacles. So for me, this could represent maybe 9 different energies in that area, along with, the battles with Tecumseh, with other things in the area that we don't know about. So I'm feeling that there may be, well, there's more than just him, I think. But I think he's the strongest. I did get the Hangman to clarify it, and look. So it's telling you to look at things from a different perspective. Look at the land. You got the Hangman, and guess what? I pulled from my Hush Tech, and I got the Hangman too from the Jeremy Hush. So that's interesting. Next card, the underlying energy for that was the Hermit. So for me, this is about introspection, going within. Now, I know that Tecumseh was a very spiritual individual. He really wanted to try to bridge the gap of trying to get the settlers and the his people to work things out. I believe he was considered like a prophet, someone who was connected to spirit. And for me, that feels like hermit energy to me. The next card I did get was the Judgment, and so for me, this was like a spiritual awakening too. There's with and too, with developing this land with the school and everything else on it, that could very have well created the extra energy that is a part of that land. The Judgment, spiritual awakening, that could be literally spirits being awoken, energies being awoken on the land. And also a bit of judgment that was placed on the people on the area. And then the last card I got was for this section was the World. So a lot of this energy coming full circle. And I think again with the moving of the native people, the Shawnee, him coming back there, they're thinking that the mound that is behind the school They believe that could be where his ashes or his remains are buried. And I found that kind of interesting with the world card being under the earth, under the tree. Um, so just a few more card. Well, the last really card I wanted to pull, and I did get the Three of Swords. So there was a lot of heartache. There was a lot of sadness. Just a lot of pain that is in that area. And when I pulled from the Hush Tarot, I got the Ten of Pentacles, which is interesting. It's like it's her on the bridge when I'm asking about the land. And for me, it's feeling like I don't know if there's a bridge nearby with waterway, but it also feels like water under the bridge, things growing, things coming full circle, I know the area financially, but for me, this is the earth, this is the spirit. This could very well be, again, the energy of people who have inherited the land, the energy that's growing on. And again, at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy was my Hanged Man. So that's what I have. So I think there's multiple, but him, yes, I feel like that could very well be. But again, burial grounds, people, settlers buried, and they're digging up the land and they're burying, building the churches, the residencies, the houses, and you got the church. You said right across the street, Karen. So for me, the Judgment could very well too be the church judgment, spiritual connection as well that way. So I'm done.
Okay. Interesting, Allyson. I got the Queen of Wands too. That came out, and look at this Queen of Wands. Now she's one of the living, that's coming in and tinkering, right? Like what she's doing is not really good, but look at how she's like positioning and like settling, it's like she's just like, I'm making things just right, like almost. I'm just thinking of like that energy, like you said, even though it's like a female, or we're thinking it's a male, right? But even that, it's like almost like that kind of like, used to taking care of things or something in some type of way. But then I got like Temperance reversed, and it's interesting because like if you look in here, Gina Davis, her character is a ghost on this, and it's reversed. And I was just like asking, like, what is the energy that's going on there? What kind of things are going on here? Well, with her in the reverse on that, obviously something isn't balanced, right? That can be feeling frustrated. And I had the Eight of Wands reversed, and that's, stagnancy, not sure what to do. If you look upright in here, Beetlejuice is kind of like the portal bringer. And on the bottom of the deck, I had the Fool reversed, and it's I shuffled again after that, so I can't pull it up right this second. But the Fool reversed was them, like it was like the Beetlejuice sign or whatever, and their characters, Gina and Alex, they were walking towards it, but here it's like they're not ready to go. Something is not, they're not quite ready to go, is what I keep getting. Feeling like a connection to it. But then I would just shuffled again, and then my grandpa card came out. And that's what I was kind of making this face, Heather. This is the card that comes out for me with my grandfather, okay? But it's interesting. Like I asked if it was the land or the structure, and this card comes out. He's sitting right at a structure, right? But in the reverse, I would think maybe it's trying to say it's something to do with the land. And on the bottom, after I did that, was the Chariot reversed. Again, there's that stalled kind of feeling, but also the Chariot reversed is kind of a mess, could be like accidents, things like that have happened over time. And then, the Six of Cups in reverse, I mean, kind of like bad memories, and also holding on longer than you should. But then with that Chariot in the reverse, I kind of get that feeling. But I don't know, I'm kind of like leaning it could be towards the land there, since that card came out in the reverse. and they're like looking out towards, like they're sitting right outside and looking out. So I didn't go as far as y'all did because I was just kind of like focusing on the questions y'all just popped out. So
I didn't read on the land or the structure yet.
Oh,
I only
okay.
read on whether it was a multiple hauntings. And I'm sorry, were you still going? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I forgot. I did pull like some charms, and it was just interesting. And I think this is one that like Ange sent me, and I told her every time I said like one that she would send, or maybe this came out of a Playmobil. I can't remember. Ange will remember. I don't have the picture, but I keep thinking like it looks like some kind of bottle,
Mm-hmm.
And like a little, umbrella, not maybe like wanting to hide or something's like hidden, like under the shade. But then there's like this guitar, and you know how you were saying like about the music earlier?
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. And then I had the initials TJ come out, and then we kept talking, how I was talking about like that portal thing. Look, it's like a clear, like you can like open. Oh, sorry.
There you go.
I know that Lego window.
Yeah, it's like a window, right?
We got a bunch of those.
And I remember like also like Ginger saying something on her channel like about windows. What do you do? Like you open them to like let things out too. So and to clear energies.
It
So
allows you
just
to see
interesting.
things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But JT are the initials that came out. I'm gonna write that down. The JT.
I don't mean to digress, but yeah, the music that had occurred to me this morning because I was thinking, having all these thoughts, and I was watching it, and I did think, I'm like, well, if it is the burial ground, whatever, what about the music? But again, that was the word of one person, and I'm not saying she's not not necessarily telling the truth. And it doesn't mean that there's not multiple things going on there, and she also could be misinterpreting the music, or I don't even know what. But I wanted to say I pulled the rest of my cards because I did get all excited and admittedly said, okay, I got 2 cards right now. The 6 of Cups is also that I got with that. That's childhood memories as well. Nostalgia.
Yeah.
So again, with him, with the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands and the 6 of Cups, I feel like that's very much just, I do think that this is him. I also got the Empress with that, which absolutely, again, he was born and raised there, which means his mother is there as well. And I did get the Empress, which means a lot of different things. And as soon as I laid eyes on it, though, I was like, this is his mom. Doesn't mean I'm right, but that's what I was getting the feeling. Again, with the 6 of Cups, that's a very familial card for me anyhow. And then I also got the 7 of Pentacles with the 3 of Pentacles. This is what you've invested, and everybody together and the working together and all of that.
It's like a legacy if you add them all together.
Again, the Hangman at the bottom of the deck, which is,
legacy.
A different viewpoint or seeing things or whatever. And I was asking if there was multiple hauntings. So it's, to me, that's just saying, not being so narrow, looking at all this, exactly what it is. But I still think it's very much connected to him, his family, his people. Yes, I believe it's also a burial ground, but it could be multiple things going on. How long of a burial ground? And like Heather was saying, we have burial grounds everywhere. I mean, how old is this land? I mean, there's bones everywhere. Everything's considered a burial ground. So, I
pulled a few extra cards too.
Yeah. I had a thought that just occurred to me when I was looking down at the cards that came out for me. It's like when I put like the Temperance and the Queen of Wands together here, are they upset like that the school is closed right now even, or something, upset about something that the living are doing? You know what I mean? And it changes like, because I was reading that 6 of Cups in the reverse, but yeah, the nostalgia. But it's just like something like you're messing up my memories here or something. You know what I mean? Like, and they don't.
They could be unhappy that the school was even built.
There might be spirits that were attached to the
because
school,
I just
like
get that
live there and stuff. Yeah,
just because of the story of the movie, and that's actually kind of helping me tap into the cards.
Also, although like what Heather said, and I completely agree that so much land is a burial place. This place, though, they didn't have to build there, but they did, and this was known land. That could be what you were just saying. It's like, they didn't have to build right there, but they did. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, it's not right on, but it's just adjacent. Yeah. It's right there. And like, as you look forward, they were saying in the video where the hill is or whatever, that's where they believe. I'm not going to say because I'll goof it up. Like there were several different things there. Like that's where what is actually... So what is it? The city is, how do you say it? Piqua? The Shawnee Village, Piqua. So that's where the village was believed to have been, where that little hill is, right? And they got completely wiped out.
Allyson, I also pulled 6 of Wands. So for me, that's the victory of the forces. And you said you got the Ace of Cups too, right? I got the Ace of Cups as well.
What was the question? And you got 6 of Wands for it.
I was just asking the same thing about the energies of the land. I was still pulling along with you guys, and I got the 6 of Wands, which for me feels like the victory of the settlers of the military over the people that live there. The Ace of Cups underlying it, very emotional. It just stirred up a lot of emotion, so that there's a lot of emotion. There's still too like a lot of fire, a lot of energy there left in the land. But when I went to my ghost tarot, I feel like I am still picking up, like you were talking about with the Shawnee people. I did get the Knight of Wands, and I also got the 7 of Wands. So for me, them standing their ground, trying to protect their village, trying to save their land, standing up to the settlers and the U.S. military. That Knight of Wands, going into battle. So for me, I'm trying not to pull too many so that I can keep an eye on chat and be able to not overload. But I was seeing that we're getting similar cards, so I just wanted to share those. But that 6 of Wands for me just feels like the battles that were won there, by the the Shawnee did win some battles. They were known to be a very fierce group. They did win several battles, but eventually we all know that, like Kristen had mentioned earlier, they were all relocated, or at least most of them, to Oklahoma. So that initial energy there of the removal, the Ace of Cups, to me just feels like, the sadness, the emotions that were a part of it. And then, the 2 ghost cards, the Knight and actually, wait a minute, it's not the 7 of Wands. Excuse me, it's the 6 of... I got 2 6 of Wands. Wait a minute. I'm learning the Ghost Tarot. I got 2 6 of Wands from 2 different decks.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so again...
That's wild.
So yeah, them standing their ground, trying to win, try to battle. And to me, maybe they still feel like they're trying to fight like a spiritual war, maybe. I mean, there's no negative or malevolent, but still, that's the energy that took place back then on that land. So.
I just got something. I asked if this was about the land or the structure, which I don't even know why I asked that, because I already know. And I'll ask about the building separately. But anyways, I got
Tears.
This is about what happened there. The action, the agreement that was taken to successfully go through there and plow this place, which is the 6 of Wands. Ace of Wands, 2 of Cups, 6 of Wands. A lot of this is because of what went down there. The whole battle and the leveling of that area. Oh, damn. Yes. And at the bottom of the deck, I have the Tower. That's a hell yeah. Yes. Wow. Oh, shit. Look at that. 10 of Swords with the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Right as I was talking about that battle. That's what that is. I don't even need to pull anything else.
And the Six of Swords. Moving on. Look at, she's in tears. The Trail of Tears. So there we go. And Dina, you just put up Trail of Tears, Jackson and his Indian movement, and I pulled the Six of Wands, and you see the mother crying, spirit moving. And on the bottom, I got the Knight of Swords. Yeah, fast moving, fast action. Yeah, they were rapidly cut down and removed. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were forced out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at that, Eight of Cups. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is from the Psy'd bear too. And yeah, and then they it came out reversed, but yeah, and the Five of Cups. And then this is so like that feeling for them, right? It's like the Earth Mother here, you know, like that Queen of Pentacles, that Gaia feel, right?
Yeah.
And on the bottom of the deck, look at this page. Like they're holding like a key, like I got it now. With an error, you know, like it just looks.
That's the key. Yeah.
Yeah.
And somebody got Seven of Pentacles too earlier, I think. Was that you, Allyson?
I think it was.
Cards on the land, and I got the Five.
His investment in the land.
Cups. And that's interesting to look at it that way. Yeah. The growth of the land, the building on the land.
If I get that,
I look at it as the time spent there. Pentacles is very much family, and I got all those family cards. Six of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, got the Three of Pentacles, the Empress, his mother, and then there was something else too. I don't remember what it was. Ace of Cups. I
got these.
Yeah, I think it's about him, his family, his people, just all of it. The massacre that took place there. Do you know how many people would be? Yes, right. Yes. There would be so much there. So much there, and there's probably a bleed through there as well. I mean, we're not even talking about right where the school is. Like if you go adjacent where that actual village took place, that land's probably really haunted. Or has a bleed through or whatever. Honestly, a lot of places that have like where big battles took place or massacres, there's a lot of that kind of stuff going on.
Especially with the settlers too.
If you're gifted enough to feel it, recognize it, see it. Most people can just walk right through there and don't see shit.
Yeah.
But it's so
definitely feel sadness.
You know, or you have the
Karen, I have a question for you. Timothy, you keep putting in the grotto across the street, honey. I don't think any of us has mentioned a grotto. Did you mention a grotto?
No, just a
So Timothy, I don't know what you were talking about. You keep putting in a grotto, and honey, there's stuff that you're putting in the chat that that's not really going with what we're reading, or that we can use that would be helpful. We appreciate. Gotta go. Your walkie-talkie is out of batteries. Okay.
I'd like to read on whether or not there was any kind of, let's just clear this up. Was there any kind of a fire there?
Yeah.
Is there anything to do with a child there? Blah, blah. However you want to, you put it all together, do it separate, whatever. But I just kind of want to put that whole thing to bed or find out.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Oh my God. I sat, what do I get? I get a car with fire on it. I got the
Stop.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Oh, I believe you. I'm just like
no, I'm just saying.
Stop. Yeah. Wow. It's crazy.
Court cards. Yay, I love court cards. Okay, we just did the Queen of Swords with Jackie the other day. Okay, so I got to pull clarifier on this queen for the overall land. I think it was communicated that there might have been a fire, but I don't know necessarily if that's going to be true. So I'm going to get a clarifier on that. Night, Timothy.
Night.
So I get the Empress. was a fire juggling. I'm getting fire cards, but I'm also getting female cards. This is really interesting. I'm getting the Empress. I think there was some sort of fire. Yeah, to me, it's still that pyre that they had for Tecumseh, but there was a lot of burning of the villages of the settlers' homes, I am sure. So for me, that's what the Empress is representing, the earth. The land there was a fire of some kind, but I did get the Queen of Swords, and it's not the Hierophant, but the Queen of Swords has to do with communication, education, intellect. So this may have been either representing a woman that might have started that rumor, or this could be something associated with the school, with learning, communication, and education. But then I got the Two of Pentacles, so I think they're juggling the stories. Still want another clarifier on that Queen. There goes the Six of Swords again, leaving. They're standing on the boundaries. Okay.
I think that there might have been something done by a kid at some point, but it didn't actually, like, maybe it got put out, or there was a plan that was hatched, but
I was thinking that because I had the Page of Swords reversed come out first, but the Page of Swords, something like that, like that young energy. Yeah, stirring up some kind of trouble. And then it was, crossed by the King of Swords.
So I got the Five of Wands with the Fool. And I did the 5-card spread with the Page of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. I think he tried. And it does feel like a boy, of course. Most girls aren't going to do that. Sorry, boys. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 women and a male. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I think some young boy probably either, I don't even know if anything actually happened. I think there was a plan to, and maybe that somebody was talking about it and it never happened, or it was short-lived and put out, or whatever this was.
The Fool reversed, reckless. Yep.
It didn't really, nobody died. No, because the rumor was that some boy died there and blah.
Oh my God.
No. Plus, as recent as this was, that information would not be unavailable.
Right.
Yeah.
That would have been part of what they found out when they did the tour and all of that. And no, I'm saying no. Nope.
Yeah. I got the 2 of Wands. I got the 3 of Wands. Like you're saying, someone was planning it. But then I got the Queen of Cups. And so for me, that represents either a teacher catching on, or they put the water. To me, cups also water, looking at it as an element, But I still am trying to figure out this Queen of Swords.
What placement is it?
I'm not using a spread. I didn't have a spread that I could use this for. I went through my book, and I wasn't going to do a Celtic cross. I couldn't do that many cards for each of our questions. So I just, asked, was there a fire, that a child tried to set a fire to the school. And the first card I got out was the Ace of Wands. There's the Fire, followed by, you know, the Page of Wands. Someone, you know, with the wands looks like setting the fire. And then I got the Empress card. For me, it feels like, to me though, it's the earth. The earth is getting scorched. The earth is getting burned. But then I got the Queen of Swords, and to me, that could very well maybe have been a teacher, a woman who, you know, 'cause teachers to me, especially a female teacher, would have to be articulate. They would be communicative. They would be able to have knowledge, and they would be able to teach their teachers. So for me, that, and then the Six of Swords, it felt like, you know, it was in the process of they were going to, but then possibly this teacher stepped in, and it almost looks like my Queen of Cups on the Hush deck. Even though it's a cup, she's still wearing a pointed crown. So sometimes I kind of feel like, again, it feels like there was a female teacher that stepped in. What I'm trying to figure out is this Two of Pentacles. I don't know if that was someone trying to juggle whether that they were going to do this or not, but maybe a teacher got wind of it.
I got the Two of Pentacles too, and that's,
how did you read that?
That's just, it was taken care of.
Well,
it wasn't allowed to go forward.
Yeah, but it's a juggling. So how would that?
The balancing. I mean, you can read it that way, but to me, that's like taking care of it. It was squashed. It was all balanced out. It was taken care of.
Yeah.
That's how I read it. To me, that absolutely makes sense. With my other cards and what they were next to, yes.
Because with me, with the Two of
Pentacles,
Pentacles,
I can't say for you. I mean, for me, yes, that's what that was.
Juggling options, but yeah, okay. Interesting.
Ooh, this is crazy.
Did you get something else, Karen?
Well, I mean, it's just funny. Like, I keep getting like, I need to like probably maybe move to another deck just so I'm not thinking too much the movie, you know, storyline. But it's kind of interesting though, because you know who are the ghosts in the movie and who aren't, right? And it's funny, like in my environment position there, I had the Eight of Cups in reverse, and look at them, you know. And like this Page of Swords reverse, like their hopes here, their goal was to do this, but maybe got too scared because that was underneath. And the Devil reverse. I have so many reversals that came out. I checked my deck to make sure I didn't did I have them all up right? And I just turned it the wrong way? No. And then like the Three of Pentacles reversed as the hope there. Like, and if you look, kind of like looks like, you know, whoever is in charge, like they're hoping like something's not going to work out there. Like I keep getting this weird story as I'm asking other things, but yeah.
I don't know what spread you were doing, but like the Devil reverse to me and the Eight of Cups
was in the past.
And then what was the other one? Devil reversed, Eight of Cups reversed.
Okay, so yeah, so I had the Page of Swords reversed with the King of Swords reversed. Okay,
right, so all
that's
these
just a hot mess.
Squandered.
Yeah, right. And you know, the goal was that, which is above in the crown, right? But I think like if I'm just looking at the cards, it's fearful, you know. So yeah, and then I just don't think like they could just follow through on plans because of the Two of Wands in reversed.
Right, so their plans are foiled. A lot of those cards are very similar meaning. It's like it's not happening. What is that?
Not happening. Yeah, this was the hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
Three of Pentacles are, again, not working together. It's not working out.
Right. And then, you know, as a result, the Save Sadness. Interesting.
Yep.
And then the Hangman was in the immediate future. So this Hangman card, that's the like guy who got ran. Oh Lord.
Oh good Lord.
Right?
Yeah. I got the Justice card. Someone moved in. They stopped it really fast. Knight of Swords. Oh, what'd you get? The 10 of...
This was on the bottom. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse.
Oh, wow. And I got the 5 of Wands.
Just didn't work out. Something just didn't work out. Yeah.
Cool.
Huh. What I would like to ask is, What is with the smoke that has been smelled? What is up with that? Because you know, is that I don't know how we're gonna get that from the cards. But it's like, is that a fire, or is it that fire, or is it related to the burial? Not burial, but the whole what's the word?
The pyre, the funeral pyre, right?
Yeah, but there's a word for it, but you guys know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
So Chris is asking to maybe use a oracle deck.
Oracles?
Chris, I don't know.
I'll think about it.
Any of my oracles right now.
I'm really liking this Deviant Moon. I mean, that's all I'm using.
I think I'm going to grab out my
it's
haunted
going
house.
very well.
Let me ask the haunted house. Cremation, as Adora said, yeah.
Okay.
So Allyson, we're asking if the smoke is from the funeral pyre, the cremation. Is that the question?
I just want to know what's causing the smoke smell that people have. I guess that impression. Yeah.
And Miss Terrell D says the smell of smoke was all the cigarettes from the teacher's lounge, or the students hiding smoking in the bathroom, right? Yeah.
Goodness. Okay. Yeah. Deviant Moon. My deck wants to be very chatty. So grab for this one.
Okay, no, that just doesn't make sense. So, Allyson, when you're done, I want to know what spread you're using for these questions. I'm curious.
It's a Six of Cups in reverse again.
I didn't hear you. What was that?
What spread are you using to answer these questions? Did you create your own?
Almost always, when we're going bing, 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 I'm doing 5-card spread. Just doing boom, 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 boom.
Okay, so not one of them had a particular, okay.
Past, present, hidden influence, advice, outcome. But you can apply that to anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. Especially if you know how to interpret the cards and how they lay next to each other and what they mean based on the question, boom. I mean, I can just read it. But everybody's different. And I need a spread. Otherwise, I can go any direction with a card.
Kind of getting a feeling that it could be like even people like being triggered by certain memories and thinking about certain things to smell that. And interpreting, you know how you can like interpret things, because like I had the Queen of Cups come out, but in the reverse. So, there's an imbalance there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's really that dreamy, that Pisces, like out there, energy. It can really get carried away with itself. In the middle, like I had the Two of Pentacles here, which, it's kind of like,
yep,
that balancing feeling, like
Karen.
And then the Six of Cups reverse. Oh, my twins card.
and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah.
And the Two of Pentacles. That's right. They are the Two of Pentacles. And then I had the freaking Six of Cups in the reverse from a different deck come out just now. So, yeah. And this is the Punch and Judy. Look. And they're like on the stage and stuff too. Isn't that kind of interesting?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like maybe just certain memories triggering smells and they don't even realize it, perhaps.
I'm trying to. I decided to go to use the tarot of the haunted house, and I'm just like.
It's still part of the whole same. It's Tecumseh. It's him and all of his stuff. It doesn't have anything to do with anything else. Four of Pentacles. Right?
Right.
Three of Wands. Three of Cups. Again, the star, the hope, the feeling, is the advice, and the outcome is the Eight of Cups. It's just the trying to work on all of this emotion and all the stuff that happened there. It's him.
Yeah.
It's what was done with him.
We're having a lot of the same cards.
The leveling of that land. Don't think they didn't burn the shit out of that place.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it's just like
all
an energetic
related to
thing.
him,
Yeah.
his people, all of it. The smoke. I can't even imagine. And the gunfire. How the hell did they go in there with all the, you know how smoky it was back then with those rifles and everything else? They're just smelling smoke. They're not seeing flames.
They went in there and they set everything on fire. Yeah.
And they would go in with torches or whatever the hell they were called and throw them into their structures that they lived in, that they would erect and all of that. And I also got the so sad. Like when they go in and they level a place, yeah, they're killing the people, but they burn their shit to the ground. That's a fire.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm surprised they even said to pull on that. That's what that is. So obvious. Now I'm thinking about it. It's like, yeah, of course there's smoke smell. Has nothing to do with the schoolhouse, in my opinion. Nothing. The only thing I'm curious about, we can read on that in a minute or whatever, is that music. Because that could be something separate, of course, right? And I doubt it's all the time. That could be somebody that just stops by. Maybe it was a music teacher that died and really liked the school. I mean, who knows?
Remember when I had this card earlier, the Page of Cups? I had this like little Minecraft arrow come out. You know, like what do you do like when in Minecraft? Like you need it to like protect whatever you built, right? So they won't come tear it down in the game.
I need to, I need to get out my what do you guys call those trinkets?
Yeah, trinkets, charms.
I have I made one of those and I never use it.
It's fun. I love doing it and it opens up things. But see, there's a sense of loyalty there because I have the dog too.
I'm gonna grab it.
The dogs have a very sensitive smell too.
Oh yeah. They
and then I had this helmet, So it could be somebody with, just extremely, they're sensitive. Obviously, the Queen of Cups in reverse could be somebody who's really sad too, right? Feeling, But my headless person came out, and I always said, like, when this comes out, it's like somebody's like losing their mind. Is what I told myself when I put it in there because I was laughing about it, and then that comes out here, and I'm like, whoops. So it could be a couple of different things like that, I think.
I pulled the baby.
Oh, the baby. I love it. I love it.
I got a whole bunch of stuff in here. I got to connect with it though. I've got so much stuff in here.
I love that.
It is fun. I had more fun making it than anything, and then I never really used it.
So something different. I just pulled a couple more cards for the smell, the smoke, and I did get the 9 of Wands. I pulled from my ethereal. And so, the fire, the destruction, the 9 of Wands, the exhaustion, and the bottom was the 5 of Pentacles, isolation.
The 9 of Wands. That's so sad.
Yeah, I just got that. Yeah.
Yeah.
5 of Swords. Yeah. So we're pulling cards on the sound of the music, the orchestra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Let's see. I'll put that one away for that. I like that laugh.
Yeah, right. So I took a little tip from Chris. He's like, why don't you grab us, see what some oracles say, right? Look at this. And this is what I was asking about the music. Isn't that interesting?
I
look, fear. and look like they're looking in the mirror, like.
That could be not hearing anything, and that's just your imagination running amok.
Exactly. Because you're, you know, like, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I know, this doesn't sound crazy, but I don't care. I mean, I know it's not really around, but like I hear music. But I also like used to, you know, write songs and sing a lot. So, I mean, I can like hear things. And I feel like sometimes those are like kind of like, you know, part of
your own thoughts,
my own madness in my head, right? Like, but I know it's that, right? I know it's not really around, like, but I could hear very specific things. And you're at a school, what are you, like you said, like most of the music isn't really that great.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't even feel like I needed to pull anything else when I pulled that card. I was like, it felt really short, right? You know, it was a flipper. I thought that was interesting. I just love using my reading cards differently to look at this kind of stuff, you know.
Bye, Jay. Thanks for popping by.
Thank you.
So I got some interesting cards, and I think it has to do with the school. I got the Four of Wands, which is all about celebration, you know, families coming together for musicals, for recitals. I have the Three of Cups, again, another celebratory celebration coming together. And I also have the Six of Cups, which is about nostalgia and good memories and stuff. So for me, I feel like it's just, you know, the bottom card was the Eight of Swords, though. And for me, it's not being as self-imposed, but for her, for me, it's feeling like when you close your eyes,
that's being nutty. Oh, sorry. To me, that Eight of Swords, that's her being woohoo. I don't know. That's lunacy. Yeah.
Well, I gave the celebration of what people are hearing.
Sorry,
so to me, I think they are hearing that. I think when people hear the music and stuff, it's from the celebrations, from from the kids playing. Just that for me, the Eight of Swords just represents maybe if you just close your eyes. I'm just looking at the art of the card really on this one. When you close your eyes and you listen, you truly know what's causing it, and But I just found that interesting compared to the other three. But go ahead.
I was just gonna say she is the only one that said anything about the orchestra. It was the custodian that heard it. And when I was listening, it doesn't mean that I'm right. When I heard the video, I just kind of was like, I don't know, something about that didn't sit right with me. Not for any particular reason. And then I just asked, and based on these cards that I got, I don't think she did. I think she I just did a 3 card. I got Death, which came out twice. It came out on the pre-shuffle. But I got Death, the Knight of Wands, which is a liar card for me. Not that she's lying necessarily, but it's her own.
Nine of Wands is for lying.
It's just kind of like, what's that?
You said Nine of Wands.
No, I said Knight of Wands.
Knight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got the 8 of Wands. She didn't. No, this is just me. I'm saying no.
Yeah, I got some things too.
She might have heard it in her own head. You got 8 of Swords. It was in her own head. The bird. Yeah, I call BS. No.
The stinky foot.
What's that? The foot in her mouth?
Or like it could have been the echo of something else too, but yeah, it's a stinky foot. It smells.
I don't think she's right. I don't think she's a valuable. I think she'd like to be able to talk about it, and she might have believed her own bullshit.
Yeah. Look,
that's what to me, that's what that is.
Fitting, also too, how will fit as shape you know, like how you put the piece together.
Square peg, round hole.
Trying to connect things, and it's something your mind does, right?
Right.
Yeah, like that associate. And so I was just thinking, like, yeah, and
Making
it's
it
this
fit.
diamond, yeah, making it fit, making something. It seemed like it makes sense, like that.
It
fits,
just didn't.
right?
Like, I'm sure she experienced some stuff, but I just. It's the one thing that doesn't fit with anything else, too.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, she could have genuinely like heard that, but it not really
actually been audio.
Because I hear stuff like that all the time. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hear songs like, in my head.
For the cards and even for you guys, I don't think she actually heard any orchestra music. I just don't.
Unless she has abilities and she could psychically hear the music.
Yeah, and that's what I mean too. It's like that's possible too. But also too, I was kind of thinking like with birds too. Like, what if there's like some birds trapped somewhere too? I don't know. It's a stretch, but just a,
oh, you mean like in the school, like in the rafters or something?
Yeah.
You know, pigeons, maybe. I don't know.
The cooing or something. I mean, because part of it is to, you know, try to.
Bye, Dina.
Also for me,
things too, right?
The death card for me is always a big no. Nope. This is a no card. And again, it came out on the pre-shuffle and then it came out for me again. And the Knight of Wands for me is kind of fanciful, right? Like he'll tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
He's real, you know, and it's like, that's another like, nope. And then fast talking, right? 8 of Wands. I just call bullshit. No. Yes, and maybe she did hear it. And like maybe even like what Heather said, maybe, you know, whatever. But there is no actual orchestra music taking place in there, I don't believe. And she's the only one that's heard it.
Yeah, so. And I pulled that fear card before too. That's what I was kind of thinking. Like,
yes, and that too.
You can take different sounds and
Heather
work
got
them.
8 of Swords. Yeah. And for me, anyways, Grant, I didn't pull the card. It's her card. But for me, one of the meanings for me is you got some stuff going on upstairs. You're, you know, a couple cards short of deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get excited when I hear the music because I'm like, wow, I really wish I knew how to play all the instruments to actually like make it. It sounds like a really great song because I know it's not even a song that exists. Like I just hear.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm not saying she's nuts. I'm just saying.
No, I get you.
You pull it all together. It just, to me, it just translates to no.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of things can sound like other things. Yeah.
That it's a no.
She was scared. Yeah.
We are at 9:30, and Allyson, I had to go down to the free subscription for StreamYard, so I'm limited to 20 hours. So is there another one, maybe like one more question you wanted to?
That was everything on my list that I had.
Now they did get on audio. Who's watching? Do we want to pull cards to see who was saying who? Because they got that clearly on audio.
Who said that? That's a great question.
Yeah, okay. And you know, that's very interesting because based on what we got for everything else, I don't know who the hell that would be. I mean, I really doubt that Tecumseh spoke English. Not in that time.
I wish I had like an investigator to ask, like, you know, somebody.
I'm not really going to get an answer with a tarot deck on who that was, but I can ask.
Right. The energy or something, because, you know, even if it's like a residual energy, can you still hear residuals? I guess you can. If the imprint's strong enough.
I got the 9 of Wands again in the sun. I think it's somebody who is still guarding that land.
Guarding, yes.
People the guardian of the land. The sun for me is a yes card. It's shining light on. And this is an individual who is, you know, when you typically see them, they're standing there, they're wary, but they're standing guard. So I think there's somebody that is still there on the land. And I think they were picking up on them saying, I'm watching you. The next card is the 6 of Wands. So another yes victory, and the King of Wands, the communication. Yeah.
I think it is him. And as soon as I said what I said in my own mind, again, this is me probably talking with me, I got, well, why not? That he wouldn't be able to say, I'm watching.
Because he understood
Speak
English.
any damn language he wants. He's on the other side. If he wants to get a message to you, it's still him. It's all him. Okay. He is the warrior chief, and there's other people involved and other energies there, but this is his show. This is his. It's all him. That's what I'm getting from this. It's all him, his people, his ancestors, his posse, his friends, his people. Yeah. And it's not even necessarily one person. It could be an overall energy. We don't know how all this stuff works. Just because it says I'm watching, we're watching, or whatever. It's and we know that they are, or they should know that they are. They've seen everything that's happened there.
My girls are like so mad at me.
And Gypsy says, I have a home in Oklahoma. When I'm there, I can hear the tribe dancing and singing. So I'm thinking you're saying psychically.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. And Karen Delphi said, Care Bear, first time to see you, and you look like my granddaughter Melina. Aww.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. So I had like the Three of Swords come out right off the bat. So, I mean, there's, that's pain, right? Pain, betrayal. And then I had this like Ten of Swords, and that is in the reverse come out. Yeah.
Yes, it's yep. It's the devastation.
Oh, and then from the same
it's him. Yeah.
And then the King of Cups.
And I got the King of Wands. Yeah.
And then the Two of Wands right on the bottom again. And look what they're doing.
Digging in the ground.
Land. Yeah. Digging in the ground. Yeah. That's very interesting. Yep.
God, this deck is so amazing.
My other deck, I looked over here, and apparently the King of Cups was over in it too. I'm like right on the top, like this King of Cups, King of Cups.
Interesting. I love the court cards in this deck.
Yes. And you notice too, like he's the, like they have all the face, the moon, and some is like light, some are darker. So you see, like, you can really layer read these. Like, really get deep with it.
Yeah, I think very intuitive people. I got the Queen of Cups came out. I was shuffling, and I'm just thinking that a lot of people who are especially very intuitive, and are connected, connection with their gifts. They can hear the music.
Yes, that's a psychic card for me.
They can hear and smell and experience. So to me, it's still very well that custodial woman or one of the people that are there, people may hear the music and they think it's a bad orchestra when it might actually be tribe singing. They're dancing.
Yeah.
Because think about it,
my ear just rang when you said that.
Still kind of make fun of, how the Indians dance around and that, it's awful how, at times, past history, how they're represented. So to them, that might be what she's hearing too. Like, oh, it's a bad orchestra. She may be hearing, the residual energy of, of their ceremonies and their dances and stuff too. I mean, you have the early people, you have the settlers, and then you have our generations of our ancestors and the immigrants coming in. So you have a lot of layers, like with the Nine of Pentacles in the beginning for me. To me, I still feel like there's multiple energies there, but it seems like what's coming out the strongest for us is Tecumseh and the Shawnee people. Did you get anything else, Karen? I see. I can smell the fire burning up in there.
Yeah.
Something's cooking up in there.
I'm perplexed a little bit.
Yeah, Queen of Wands.
But I mean, this isn't like, but obviously like power.
Power. Mm-hmm.
Power. I want to say that.
Look at this. Karen, Delphi that said you look like her granddaughter. Her daughter Melina is Eastern Shawnee.
Oh, wow.
And you are in Shawnee territory. I think South Carolina was part of one of their areas, if I remember correctly. I think the Cherokee and the Shawnee shared a lot of that area in that.
I mean, I've never like had any
That's
like
amazing.
things pulled on me, but wow, that's crazy.
So you happen to look like her granddaughter, who happens to be Eastern Shawnee, who happen to be.
I would never like expect anybody to say that to me ever, and that's awesome. I'm like, wow, okay, yeah, this makes me want to pull up my ancestry and stuff.
You haven't done it?
Oh, I got to get past
fun.
the whole like. I'm kind of a little afraid, like, because my like something's going to come out with the family or something. I don't know.
We had some stuff come up. Actually,
like, I don't
my
know.
plain little boring ass family. We did. There was a couple things revealed, 2 different things.
Yeah, so, and I'm like,
hey, y'all,
or am I going to put somebody in prison by accident? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we were supposed to have Cherokee from what my aunt found. But after she died, they threw out her paperwork because they didn't really care. And when I had my test done, it came up negative. So it's either, they don't have enough DNA or something, maybe for ancestry.com, and maybe it didn't show up. Who knows? So with the native, I've heard from other native people that you really can't trust the ancestry or the DNA peoples right now when you try to find, native ancestry.
Okay.
It's better to kind of go through, find old documents and records. So,
well, thank you for sharing that. Like,
over DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Delphi says she's a tribe member. Wow.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Look, I got like a dinosaur came out. Like that's, like ancient. It's old. The voice is old.
The bones ancient. Of the past.
Yeah. And I got cleared another door.
Doorway to the past.
Yeah. And then this is interesting. I got Aquarius. Okay. I'm gonna say my little astrology, all right? But Aquarius it's a lot of times for the people that sense of community as well, and standing up for people and the rights of people as a whole. And it's a rebellious, it's very fixed in its energy. It doesn't like change very much, okay? But it's very fixed in its energy, but yet the modern ruler of Aquarius is Uranus, and that's the rebel, when things rebelling against things, the different, that's kind of interesting. And you think of what star, the healing, when you think of the major arcana, what that card represents for Aquarius, the water bearer. Yeah, it feels like old, ancient, like what Allyson said. Who said that, right? I'm watching because they're projecting. Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah. Cool. It's very interesting.
Sure is. Allyson, you have any other cards?
No, I was done with the question.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
JJ said you do have mannerisms of Cherokee, Heather. Okay. You just, and like I just responded to her, it's quite possible that my ancestors are too far back that I may not register with a DNA test. So who knows? But
that could be too. Like if it goes back, how does that work? I think once you go back, So like I'll just give an example. I had 2% Nigerian.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you, Tim.
So I sat down and did that. And that like, if you do, so like your parents make you half of whatever they are, right? That's 50, one generation. Your grandparents, 25%.
Wow.
Your great grandparents, 12.5%. Your great 6.25. 2 times great, 3. And then one more, 1.5. You see how quickly it diminishes.
Yeah. This could be like an ancestor message.
And you figure 8 generations, that's only 200 years conservatively, right?
Right. They're saying like, they're telling us like, find out more about us, our ancestors. Like I just
I think so tonight.
This message,
and the funny thing is about the Shawnee is that
find out more.
When I was in my late 20s, I had a dream, and it was an astral dream. I had relatives coming to me, and I saw people, including my mother's, twin brother who died at birth, who said hello to me. He took on a spirit, a face to him, and there were 2 women that were sitting at this table, and they asked me if there was anything else I wanted to know, and I asked them in my dream, do I have Native American heritage? And the 2 women kind of morphed into Native women. One touched my hand and said Shawnee, and then I woke up. So I don't know how true.
And then here, like you called me like on the fly to come on here, But yeah, I mean, I
think we all do.
For
and
a percentage, yeah.
Look at it another way too. Spiritually, your spirit, you've been indigenous people all over the place, not just America, other places, all over.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting.
So you've got your relatives, and then you've got your soul and where you've been all over the place.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
And it is very interesting, and I love it, but ultimately, I also don't think it really matters, right? So it's just whatever.
It kind of does.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like it does, then
it's work.
It does.
Yeah, it's work.
I mean, to me, it's more of a romanticism, but I get it. It's like there's certain cultures and areas that, you hear that you're from there or whatever, and you're like, you like hearing that, or you want to hear that.
We found like a lot of arrowheads and stuff like at our house growing up and digging, and there was like a piece of like really old pottery that my dad found. I remember being like a little girl. It was really cool seeing all of those things. But I was just kind of thinking, because this is a time too where we, show gratitude, and we've all been talking a lot about, honoring our ancestors. And I was kind of saying, like, taking like this like little message, like maybe find out a little bit more about some of us, or we want you to know this. I've been listening to a lot of shaman drum music lately too. Like I've been doing it before going on and reading, because it really helps. It settles my mind and opens me up. So it's interesting. I'm just connecting dots, and that's what we do as readers too, right? We look at things differently. So I just thought that was cool. Wow. I've enjoyed tonight.
Thank you for joining us, Karen.
Yes,
I know it was last
really
minute.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But then when I was watching your show with Bobby, and you were just like, yeah, you want to enjoy the paranormal. I'm like, that's right. And last week she was talking about doing an paranormal oracle deck a couple weeks ago. And then last week you were pulling cards along with Allyson. And I was like, I got to see if she wants to join us. So thank you for joining us. And thanks, Allyson, for the location.
Yeah. There's another school in Ohio.
It was interesting.
Post Town. Have y'all heard of the Post Town School? I think it's in Ohio.
Night, Miss Tarot D.
Yeah.
She says you can let the kids out of the basement.
Love you, Misty.
Yes, we love you, Misty. So, Karen, you got anything coming up? You've been very busy lately.
Yeah, I've been Yeah.
Doing a lot
Just
of
like,
pop-ups.
this is my thing. Yeah, this is my thing. We've kind of just accepted, like, no, I'm just gonna take care of the kids, and I'm kind of being drawn to figure out how to make, become a professional healer of some sort, but also, I'm not like looking to be, but just enough to help, like, and then help others. I mean, it's a
Sweetie,
service,
you're
right?
not crying, you're becoming.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're becoming.
I just don't want to feel like, how it's a little bit, some people are like, no, never take
I've
money.
known you
And
for
I'm like,
almost a year now, and I have seen the growth, and I have seen the blossoming.
Thank you.
And the confidence.
Thank you.
You're very insightful.
Thank you.
And that astrology.
All of y'all are. The astrology has been like opening up the way I look at things more. I enjoyed it so much.
It helps you understand people more too, or it did for me.
Heck yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next month we got planned for, hey, what's your sign for Sagittarius?
Yes.
Sagittarius coming up.
Yeah,
So.
it'll be Heather's like B-Day party show.
Yeah, my birthday's the 6th. So
Yep.
Yeah. My great grandmother is the 4th, my sister's the 5th, and I'm the 6th.
Yep. I'll sing happy birthday to you.
Oh,
but not Marilyn Monroe style.
Yeah. And then my grandniece Tiana, she's the 10th, and then my great nephew, her son is on the 11th. So we have all Saggies. We're in the first week or two of December. So lots of Saggies in my family.
That's fun.
All right, Allyson, anything? Yeah. I know you just had Mystic 4. Do you have anything else planned coming up, or anything you want to share? No. I always like to ask.
No, it's fine. I'm just not. I'll feel it again at some point, but right now I'm just. It's okay. It's fine.
All right. Well,
yeah.
I cherish my downtime too much to. Yeah.
I'm taking off this weekend. Yeah. So.
And I think that's a good thing too, with me letting go of having the paid StreamYard is going to give me more time now to be able to focus on some other art projects that I've been wanting to do, including my cards. Yeah, so I've been having a lot of fun with those. So, all righty. Well, everybody, it's a full moon. Put out your crystals, out your cards, whatever you want. Cleanse, put out some water.
Lock your doors.
Lock your doors. Go howl at the moon like Chris suggested. And
stay home.
Yeah. And hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend, night, and the weekend coming up. And we'll see you all on the next one of our shows. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Again.
Bye.